Genesis chapter 16, the first few verses read, Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, and she had an Egyptian maid whose name was Hagar. So Sarai said to Abram, Now behold, Yahweh has prevented me from bearing children. Please go into my maid, perhaps I will obtain children through her. And Abram listened to the voice of Sarai. It's important to note that at this point in history, according to the ancient Ugaritic code, it is perfectly acceptable for a surrogate mother to bear on a woman's knees, and the woman receives the child. And that's exactly what is going on here. Essentially, Sarah is asking Abram to take Hagar as his wife to bear a surrogate son for her. After Abram had lived 10 years in the land of Canaan, Abram's wife Sarai took Hagar, the Egyptian, her maid, and gave her to her husband Avram as his wife. He went into Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her sight. Hagar's sin was not having Abram come in. Hagar's sin was despising her mistress. Then, this is verse 9, after Hagar flees from the presence of Sarai because Sarai treats her harshly because of Hagar's despising of her, it says, Then the angel of Yahweh said to her, Return to your mistress and submit yourself to her authority. Now, Christendom believes or agrees that the angel of the Lord is a Christophany, a pre-incarnate manifestation of the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus, Christ. And the angel says to her, Return to your mistress. Now, most modern-day pastors and elders and teachers and preachers and rabbis and priests and everybody else that thinks they know something about Scripture would say, Oh no, we need to get you a lawyer and help you find an apartment. You need to leave that man. But the one here who is the angel of Yahweh, the voice of the Lord, that Hagar in this passage later says, Have I even seen God and lived? He says, Go back. Therefore, Sarai suggests Hagar as a wife and surrogate mother. Abram goes into Hagar, who then conceives. When Hagar flees, the angel of the Lord in a Christophany tells her to go back and submit. Polygyny cannot be a sin because here we obviously see that God condones it. If this has blessed you, please make sure that you like, share especially, and subscribe. And we appreciate your comments. Use the QR code on the screen to access a blog that has many resources for study and understanding. It will take you to natsav.com/biblical marriage. And that will give you many more resources in addition to this YouTube channel. For King and Kingdom, I bid you shalom.